Hey, it's Simon here and welcome back for another video. I am here in Samöens and just take a look at how gorgeous the village is looking at this moment in time. That's Samöens 1600 and down there in the middle is the Chariande Express, and in today's video I want to tell you why I think Samöens got a problem that it needs to solve. I bet you're looking at that footage of me just riding pretty much straight onto the chairlift and thinking, Simon, what's the problem? You'd expect that anywhere in Europe. Well, let's take a look at last week. Now, I know that last week was a peak week, but this crowding took over 40 minutes to get on the Chariande Express. That is not normal, and it's mainly down to this lift behind me closing. This is the Chariande 2. From speaking to some people who've worked at the resort, they say that one of the pylons moved a couple years back, so this lift is no longer accessible. What that means is there is only one fast lift leaving out of the Samöens Bowl, which means that crowding during peak weeks is just going to be inevitable. I'm currently stood beneath the Couvrier chair, and as you can see, it's not running. This is another one of the issues that Samöens is currently experiencing with crowding during peak weeks. At times, this chair, the longest in Europe, would actually alleviate the crowds gathering back in that little bowl in Samöens. The problem is, and this is the words of someone who worked for the resort who I spoke to yesterday, they've built the chair too low. That means the snow around the base of it is never really in great condition. If they can solve this problem, it would make a huge difference. Chariande 2 chairlift used to serve runs like the one behind me, the red Marmot. There's also a load of lovely blue runs down from there. That meant that the Chariande 2 was a really great option for people who are looking to get away from the baby bowl here in Samöens. Not to be that guy, but behind me is the brand new Verklen gondola, and it's really impressive. It replaces an old little bubble, which was outdated. However, if they've got the money to spend on that, surely there must be some money hanging around for getting rid of this congestion problem at the bottom of the bowl. If you're traveling outside of peak time, well, you can see behind me, there's no problem. You're gonna be okay. However, if you're someone who's restricted to school holidays like me, and to be honest, a lot of people who are coming out with their children, it's gonna cause a big problem. Now, later this year, I've actually got a week's accommodation booked here in Samöens during peak week, and my experience here over these last couple of weeks is making me think that, do you know what? Maybe I need to go online and cancel that booking. And the only people that's going to end up affecting is obviously your host, your hotels, your restaurants, your bars, because people are going to start to base themselves in different Grand Massif villages. Now, that might not seem like a big deal to the lift company, but when people stop choosing Samöens, and by the way, this is one of my favorite French ski resorts, maybe they're going to have to start to reconsider and solve this problem. So that's my thoughts on how the Grand Massif and Samöens has a problem to solve. It is so sad seeing the Chariande 2 chair well, lift, but without any chairs on it, not running. I hope that they can solve it so I can keep coming back and staying in what is an incredible village, and that the hotels, restaurants, bars, shops can continue to get my patronage as well as the patronage of many other people. Let me know your thoughts on whether you think Samoëns has a problem, or whether there are other ski resorts around the world. Maybe your local one has an issue that it needs to solve. But for today, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon with another video.